What's good, YouTube? It's Mamba back with another video for y'all, man. And look, you already know we got another requested build video, another rear build video, man. I put out a poll to see what the next build video I should drop should be, and that's popping up on the screen right now. Only got 25 votes on there, but I couldn't just let it sit forever and not post a video. So from who voted, we got more votes on the center build. So that's what I got for y'all this time, and it's really time for me to drop another center build. I've been dropping a lot of guards and wings lately. So this video, I'm gonna show y'all a couple rare center names, man. And I think all of these builds are actually usable, man. I think they pretty good. You know, not the best builds in the game, but they're usable and they're gonna be different from the typical center builds that you see. And if you stay to the end of the video, I'm gonna show y'all a center build that's not a center. Like, the position isn't a center. But if you got people you can play with and y'all know what y'all are doing, you can use this build to run the big on like the 3s court or the 2s court. But I ain't gonna waste no more y'all time, man. At the time I'm recording, I got 1,900 returning viewers. So if you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button, man. And if this is your first time watching my videos, I am the Build Chef, and you're not getting out of this, man, you gotta subscribe too. So go ahead and click that and get well acquainted with the channel, man. Clicking that like button to help YouTube push my videos out, I greatly appreciate that. And while you at it, go ahead and click that bell so you can be notified whenever I drop a video. But let's get to it, man. So the first build here, man, as you can see, I wasn't expecting this. So that's why his name is what it is. You want to make him at center, handiness not going to matter, jersey number not going to matter, and where you're from not going to matter. Next, I went 6'11", 227 pounds with a 7-foot wingspan and a defined body shape for the longest looking arms. And let's get to it, man. So to get it started off, we got a 64 close shot with a 34 layup, 54 driving dunk, a 94 standing dunk, and a little 30 post control. So it's only 11 badges, so you're not able to get to your tier 3, but you already know you'll be able to add some more badges if you really wanted to. Aerial Wizard on Hall of Fame, fast twitch and rise up on gold, pro touch and giant slayer on silver with masher, dream shake, back down, post spin, drop stepper, and acrobat all bronze. I'm gonna go ahead and let you know you will be getting bullied, but I ain't gonna let you know what level yet, but we'll see that whenever we get to the physicals. With this build, I wasn't going for any type of finishing, but for you to finish, I did want you to be able to get some standing dunks. I mean, you a center, you tall. I wanted this build to be a little strong, so I felt like some high standing dunk with a high rise up would be really good for you, and of course fast twitch too. But with these badges, what I'll be running, like I said, you will be getting bullied, so you're gonna need at least 3 or 4 badges there. That back down is gonna be going up, it's gonna be gold, so that's how I'm gonna have it. Really what's gonna be important to me in this build, because usually I'll run pro touch, but you ain't got much of a layup or no close shot, so the pro touch not really gonna be important. Drop stepper would be a good badge, but you ain't got much post control, so that's not really important either. So I mean, really you could just put on whatever you want to, maybe giant slayer or aerial wizard, just so you can get to 10 badges, and then you'll be able to get into your tier 3. I'd have to add some extra badges so I could get rise up and fast twitch court all the way. You'd really need about 19 badges in this finishing category to really take advantage of it. And with what you'll have in the other categories, I really think you'll be fine to just put your extra badges into this finishing and just be dominant like that. So with that, I don't think we got to stay too much longer in this finishing, man. Let's go ahead and get to this shooting, because this is where it's about to get fun. So in this shooting category, man, you know the word, scrumdiddlyumptious. Got an 84 midi with an 85 3 ball and a little 60 free throw. You know, who cares about that? But that Hall of Fame is good. That gold is great. Volume, comeback kid, clutch shooter, space creator, and media magician all on Hall of Fame. Corner specialist, catch and shoot, claymore, guard up, green machine, blinders, and amped all gold. Agent 3s and dead on silver with Agent 3 in that tier 1. And then limitless as the only bronze badge. And I think that's a great bronze badge to have for this build. So shooting is going to be the dominant part of scoring with this build. And I know y'all going to love to shoot 3s and drop middies and everything like that. So since you got that 85 3 ball, you'll be able to get some great jump shots. And I already got a great jump shot for this build, and that's popping up in your top right corner right now. And that jump shot's gonna work for all of these builds that can shoot, so you'll be set with that. You won't have to worry about anything. So what I'll be running with this build would be green machine on gold, media magician Hall of Fame, volume shooter Hall of Fame, amped on gold, agent 3s on silver. Move to the tier 3, you gotta have dead eye cord, and then go ahead and use those badge points on limitless, and then you might as well just put clutch shooter on bronze and you'll be good to go there. And now we can get to that playmaking, man. Let's see what we're cooking up. So in the playmaking category, we cooked up a good sweet potato pie with this 87 pass accuracy and a little 52 ball handle. You know, that's not gonna be a big deal, but I wanted this build to be passed and I wanted to get that dimer in the name. So we got 13 badges with post playmaker, break starter, special delivery, and floor general all Hall of Fame, with vice grip, handles for days, mismatch expert, and clamp breaker all bronze. This all you really gonna need with this build, man. You're not gonna want to be dribbling too much. If you're not shooting and you're not getting a standard dunk, then you're gonna be getting them downs, man. You're gonna be getting assists, and the biggest thing, you can make easy passes without throwing a turnover. Now I know with 13 badges you're not able to access your tier 3, and I did say you'd probably want to add more badges to your finishing, so That's kind of where you'd have to pick your poison at if you wanted to add more badges to your finishing or add more badges to your playmaking. Me personally, I think you should add to your finishing so you can score better. I mean, you still gonna be able to pass good. You might not get as many assists, but hey, your teammates just gonna have to make their shots. Like, that's not on you, that's on them. But what I'd probably be running with this build, go ahead and put Break Starter on Hall of Fame and Vice Grip on Bronze. And from there, either Special Delivery Hall of Fame or Floor General Hall of Fame. Or I might just put both of them on Silver and just kind of balance it out like that. But either way, that's about everything that'll be important for this build and the playmaking. So with that, we can go ahead and get to that defense, man. Now this is my favorite part of the build. This is where it gets crazy at. We got an 87 interior, a little 43 perimeter, a little 33 steal, an 87 block, an 84 offensive rebound, and an 85 defensive rebound. So the defense and the rebound are going to be super solid on this build, on offense and defense. Got 23 badges, only workhorse on Hall of Fame, but you got Box Out, Beast, and Chase Down on gold. It's going to be another gold badge up there too. But for now, you got Rebound Chaser, Pogo Stick, Anchor, and Post Lockdown on silver, with Brick Wall Glove, Challenger, Ankle Braces, Interceptor, and Off Ball all on bronze for you. So now that we've got all the way to this defense, you see the build is pretty balanced. Like, it's not really a bad build. Not a build I recommend really bringing to the ones court, but I mean, you really could. But definitely a teammate oriented build. So what I run with this build would be Box Out Beast on gold with Chase Down on silver. My dang dog barking in the background because we got a FedEx package. Then I go ahead and put Challenger on bronze to give us 10 badges. Then I run either Anchor and Pogo Stick, or Anchor and Rebound Chaser, any combination of those 3 silver badges, and then core the other one because you got enough badges to do all of that. And then I got 1 extra badge. I could actually go ahead and put Chase Down on gold. So that's really solid, man. Like I said, you really don't have to add any badges to your defense or to your shooting, just the playmaking or the finishing category. That's where you want to be adding your extra badges to. But let's go ahead and get to these physicals and start finishing them off. So we got a 73 speed with a 65 acceleration, a 80 strength. So you see we got that silver bully. We got silver back down. And I was really thinking that was going to be gold, but it's silver. But either way, that's still solid for you. And now we got silver brick walls. So if you wanted to add brick wall into that tier 3 combination instead of probably Pogo Stick, then you could go ahead and do that. But that's not what I do. And then we got a 52 vertical and a 91 stamina, of course. But I think this is a valuable build. I think this is a viable option for you, especially if you're not looking for the best center build ever, if you're not looking for that meta center build. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this build in the comments. This build number 1, 11 finishing badges, 24 shooting, 13 playmaking badges, and 23 defense. Definitely a fire build, and it's going to have a fire name. So let's keep it moving and let's see these takeovers. So we got the sharp shooting, we got those paint protection, and we got the rebound and takes, man. Pick your poison, whatever you want to run on that. But let's see these shades. Brook Lopez, Vlade Divac, and Nikola Vucevic. And what did we make 2K? We made a 2-way diamond spot up threat. That's a lot. 2-way diamond spot up threat. And that's really exactly what I was looking for. I wanted to get that defense, I wanted to get that diamond, and I wanted to get that spot up threat in there. But since I got that spot up threat, we know what that means. That's talking about 3-pointer. I wanted to see if I could get a good mid-range names. So that's what this next build is going to be more focused on. So let's go ahead and jump to this next build. Now this next one is a little special, I ain't gonna lie to you. And don't mind my dude looking like he is. I had to make another profile because I got so many builds. I'm probably gonna have to make a 3rd profile. I'm gonna go ahead and make him at center, of course. I went 7 foot, 253 pounds with a 7 foot wingspan. And then a defined body shape for the longest looking arms. And let's get to it, man. So to get this special build started off, you see the finishing not that good. Got a 64 close shot, a 32 driving lay, a 45 driving dunk, a 83 standing dunk, and a 29 post control. Pretty similar to the last build with the same issues. You got even less badges. You probably won't be able to get to your tier 3 at all. Your best bet with these badges is going to be running bully and back down, as high as you can. And really doing the same thing as the last build when it comes to your finishing as far as like just doing standing dunks. But with this build, you'll get even less of those. So you definitely want to be smart about for when you go up for those dunk attempts because close shot's not that good. So that's what the finishing is, but the build gets better from here. Let's go ahead and get to that shooting where it's about to start getting fun. Now, I told you this build would be focused on that mid-range, and I was not lying to you. We got a 94 midi with a 73 3-ball and a 71 free throw. Who cares about that? But you can at least shoot some free throws. You see that Hall of Fame is lighting up your screen right now with no gold badges. Guard up, Green Machine, blinders, volume, comeback kid, clutch shooter, amped, and midi magician all on Hall of Fame. Corner specialist, catch and shoot, and Claymore on silver with Dead Eye on bronze. What I wanted to try to do is get your midi as high as we could and then still be able to get Dead Eye on bronze at least. No edge and threes since we 7 foot. You could make this build at 6'11", but I wanted to make this build at 7 foot just to be 7 foot. Honestly, wasn't even thinking about it at the time, but we're here now and the build is still gonna be pretty good, but it probably would be better at 6'11", I'm not gonna lie to you. And I didn't even say 25 shooting badges before I said all those badges. So as far as what you wanna do with this build when it comes to shooting, you're not gonna have to worry about anything. That 94 is gonna give you a great jump shot. I don't have a jump shot that's that good, but like I said, that jump shot that I told y'all about in that first build, that will work on this build. But really, you got all the options that you want to with that 94 mid-range. But what I'll be running with this build, Green Machine on Hall of Fame, Volume on Hall of Fame, Amped Hall of Fame, and Mini Magician on Hall of Fame. And then you really could core catch and shoot or corner specialist on Silver if you wanted to. And then you could use those last badge points on Deadeye. Or you could core Deadeye and you could run Clutch Shooter or some blinders and guard up combination in there too. But what's most important is having all those Hall of Fame badges I said, and then just picking whatever is most important to you individually from that tier 3. But now we can go ahead and move to that playmaking and see what we cooking up with this build. So this time in the defensive category, we got a 71 interior with a 34 perimeter, no steal, a 87 block again, a 64 offensive rebound, and a 93 defensive rebound so we can get some boards. There's 20 defensive badges, no Hall of Fame, but it's all good. Rebound chaser, pogo stick, chase down and box out on gold. Anchor and workhorse silver with post lockdown, challenger, off ball, and interceptor on bronze. Definitely not as good defensively as that last build. You'll still be able to rebound. So the physical is not the best, but I was really just going for that name, so that's why the physicals look the way they do. You got a 59 speed with a 50 acceleration, a 86 strength, so you got that silver bully up there, a gold back down punisher, and a gold brick wall with a 52 vertical and a 90 stamina. I had to drop it down 1, I'm pretty sure, so I could get the name right. But you already know if you get your gym rat, all your physicals going up by 4. I didn't even say that for the last build, but I hope you can count so you know what that is. Y'all let me know what y'all think about build number 2 in the comments, man. 9 finishing badges, 25 shooting, 15 playmaking, and 20 defensive badges. Even if you don't like the build, I think you can appreciate the name. So let's go ahead and keep it pushing and check out these takeovers. So you could have guessed it, man. We got the shot creating, we actually got the sharp shooting, and we got the rim protector with the glass clean. It takes 2, man. Whatever you want to run on that, that's a great group of takeovers. Pick your poison. But let's go ahead and check out these shades. We got Arvydas Sabonis, Nikola Vucevic, and Isaiah Hartenstein up there. And what did we make, 2K? We made a diamond mid-range specialist. I really wanted to see what other names I could get because that's like the 3rd mid-range name I've seen, because I've seen a mid-range specialist, I've seen a midi specialist, and I've seen like a midi maestro, something like that. So these mid-range names is really different, man. That's why I had to call them special. That's why I had to call them special, because he got one of those mid-range special names. But that's 2 builds out the way. I got another one for you coming up right now. Now to get this build started off, I'm not going to go over all these because stuff's not going to be that much different, but these attributes are different. We got a 70 close shot with a 47 layup, a 54 driving dunk, a 71 standing dunk, and a 60 post control. There's 10 finishing badges, man. You see what we got up there. You got bullet loading soon when we get to the physicals, but you see another big man build that's not really going to be finishing too much in the post. Don't worry, I'll drop some big men that can score in the post, but for this video, that's not really what I was targeting because most of the big men that can score in the post, I've already posted videos like that. So I gotta really look for some rare inside big names. So let's go ahead and keep it moving to the shooting category. So this one got an 85 midi with an 83 3 ball and a little 65 free throw. There's 23 shooting badges. You see that Hall of Fame and that gold up there. Dead on silver with limitless on bronze. That really gets you your sweet spot for what you want to be doing, shooting threes. And of course, we didn't go 6'11", so you don't get the Agent 3. You can always make this build at 6'11" to get that Agent 3 if you want to. But just like the other builds, you're knocking down from the 3, you're knocking down from that mid-range. Just a little bit different attributes, a little bit different when it comes to the badges. But it's still pretty similar. We ain't got to stay too long in the shooting. Let's go ahead and get to that playmaking, man. Real crispy barbecue chicken sandwiches over here with an 87 pass accuracy and a 67 ball handle and a little 37 speed with ball. That's not no big deal. And this time we got 19 playmaking badges, so this been the best playmaking center build out of these 3. And now you really can tap into that tier 3 and get whatever passing badges you want to. And with that 67 ball handle, you're able to get some different dribble sigs than you could with the other builds. But I mean, with a 67, you're still not really gonna be dribbling too much. But if you do want to know what sigs you can get with that 67, I do got a dribble sigs video popping up in your top right corner right now, and that shows all the dribble sigs I recommend for all heights. But now we can keep it moving on to that defensive category. So now we got a 78 interior with a 40 perimeter, no steal, an 87 block, an 85 defensive rebound, and an 82 offensive rebound. So that's a lot different than that last build, but it's not as good as the first build. But you see, you're still pretty much able to do all the same things when it comes to the rebound and the block and the interior defense. You still got the same amount of badges. You got that 23 badges, or the same amount as the first build, not the second build. So you already know how that's gonna get down. We can keep it moving on to these physicals, man. Start finishing this build off. So we got a 70 speed with a 60 acceleration, an 89 strength. So we got gold bully, back down, and gold brick wall, a 52 vertical steal, and a 91 stamina, of course, man. Now this one I think could be more valuable than the last one, because the last one was pretty slow. But this one, at least you got some good speed on you, and you know what that gym rat's gonna do for you. So y'all let me know what y'all think about build number 3 in the comments too. 10 finishing badges, 23 shooting with 19 playmaking, and 23 defensive badges. Definitely a build you can have some fun on, man. But we're getting real close to this secret build, so let's keep this thing moving, man. Let's check out these takeovers and see what it gets. So we got the sharp, the playmaking, the brim protecting, and the glass cleaner takes, man. You already know, pick your poison on that, whatever you want to run. But let's check these shades out. This time we got Arvydas Sabonis, Nikola Vucevic, and Domantas Sabonis. What do we make this time, 2K? We made a diamond spot up threat. This time we didn't get no two-way in there, just a straight diamond spot up threat at the center position. So that's it for all these center builds that I came up with, man. All of them is some passing center builds that can shoot and got different levels of defense for you. But this last build that I'm about to show you, like I said, is not a center position, but this is a build that you'll want to use as a center, as the big man, whenever you're going to play threes, whenever you're going to play twos. And you could do it in the rec, and of course Pro-Am, because if you got a Pro-Am team and you all play with each other, you know what you're doing. But if you brought this build there, then you want to communicate with them to let them know that if they bring in a power forward or a small forward, they probably need to be more guard oriented, because this build is going to be able to cover their positions. So you see the name on this one was thought he was a guard, because you thought he was a guard, but he not, man. You want to make him at point guard though. Handing is not going to matter, the jersey number not going to matter, and of course where you're from is not going to matter. So the tallest you can make a point guard is 6'8", so we got 6'8", 230 pounds, a 7'6" wingspan, and defined body shape for the longest looking arms. Now let's get to it, man. So to get this one started off, we got a 65 close shot with a 70 leg up, a 75 driving dunk, a 74 standing dunk, and a 95 post control, man. Definitely not something you see too often out there. And we're going to kind of get through this build pretty fast, man. But an option to run with this build would be back down on Hall of Fame, Dream Shake on gold, Giant Slayer on gold, and Post Spin on gold. And then you can run Posterizer or Limitless and core the other one. But that doesn't account for Bully. So, I mean, you could add some Bully in there too. Probably drop down Post Spin and put Bully on. But they give you some options right there, man. We can go ahead and move on to that shooting, man. Keep this thing pushing. So with this build, the shooting is going to be the worst out of all of these, but it's going to be okay. We got a 72 midi with a 77 3 ball and a little 53 free throw. You know, who cares about that? 16 shooting badges, so at least you can get to your tier 3. Comeback kid and slippery on Hall of Fame. Volume space creator, clutch shooter, and Claymore gold. Catch and shoot, corner specialist, guard up, green machine, amped and midi magician on silver for you. And then limitless, dead eye, blinders, and agent 3s on bronze. Attribute wise, it's not the best, but I mean, these badges are pretty solid. And you might want to add some extra badges to this shooting category. But with this 16 badges, what I'll be running would be Agent 3s and Green Machine on bronze, Amped on bronze with gold volume shooter, and then with this build, probably catch and shoot cord on silver, and then run that dead eye on bronze with the badge points. Just because, like I said, this build is going to be teammate oriented, and then since you can't shoot the best by yourself, you may need that catch and shoot boost to help you shoot. And I don't think that I have a jump shot for a 77 rating. The lowest I got is a 78, so I can't really help you out with the jump shot, but there's plenty of jump shot combinations you can come up with, and either way, it's not going to be the best jump shot anyway, so you're gonna have to practice and be able to time that jump shot as it is. But now we can go ahead and move on to that playmaking, man. Let's see what we cooked up with this one. A smothered macaroni casserole was cooked up with this build with this 76 pass accuracy, a 80 ball handle, and a 76 speed with ball. That's 19 playmaking badges, and that's really solid for this build because, yeah, it's a point guard, but like I said, you're going to be using this build as a 5, as a big man. But of course, you can still run all the scoring badges that you want to, and then with that 80 ball handle, you're able to get some pretty good SIGs. You're able to get my favorite SIGs for sure. So if you want to check out that dribble SIGs video, it's popping back up in your top right corner right now, and that'll let you know what dribble SIGs you can get and which ones is my favorite. I really need to update that video, but everything I was saying in there really still stands. But one thing that's huge with this build, you get that unpluckable But one thing that's huge with this build, you get that unpluckable on Hall of Fame from that 95 post control. So you definitely could run that if you want to. That's going to really help out your ability to score and not get ripped out there. And what I'd probably run with this build would be that unpluckable on Hall of Fame, with hyperdrive on gold, quick first step on silver. And with the core, I'll go ahead and core clamp breaker on bronze too, just to finish it off there. That'd be really solid for you to be able to go out there and score and be able to play that big man role. But now let's go ahead and get to this defense, because that's where you're really about to see how this build can play that big man. So we got a 70 interior with an 82 perimeter, and that's great. A 45 steal, a 87 block, a 53 offensive rebound, but a 92 defensive rebound, man. And you probably could tweak the attributes a little bit where you'll be able to get to that 93 defensive rebound and get gold rebound chaser. At least at 92, you get that gold pogo stick. But honestly, I had been in the builder for so long that I feel like I was procrastinating making a video. So when I saw the name I got, I was just like, all right, I'm done. I'm about to just go make a video now. So we got 19 defensive badges, man. Badge setup is really good. But what I run with this build would be rebound chaser on silver with pogo stick on gold, chase down on gold with box out beast on gold. Then I want a core anchor, and I'll probably have to add 4 extra badges so I'll be able to core anchor and run clamps too. And menace would be a good badge to have, or a challenger. Throwing either one of those in a combination would be great too. But since this build is a 6'8" point guard that you want to run at the big, rebound chaser, pogo stick, box out beast, those gonna be your most important right there. And then you definitely gonna want anchor too. And since you do got an 82 perimeter, you might as well run clamps too. But now we can go ahead and get to these physicals, man, and start finishing this last build off. So we got an 80 speed with a 72 acceleration, an 82 strength, so we got that silver bully up there, and we got that silver brick wall with an 80 vertical, and this time we got a 92 stamina up there. Really just had extra attributes, and I didn't care about adding any extra free throws, so we just got a 92 stamina. You already know that Jim Rant's gonna maximize this build, man. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this build number 4 in the comments, man. 18 finishing badges with 16 shooting, 19 playmaking, and 19 defensive badges. Definitely a different build at the point guard position, man. This will really change things up for you. But let's go ahead and check out these takeovers and let's see what it gets. So all you got this time is the lockdown and the post scoring, man. Not even no playmaking, which kind of surprised me. Go ahead and pick your poison in that, and let's see these shades, man. Got 2 Laker greats up there, Luka and Magic Johnson. Then you got Cade Cunningham too. And what did we make 2K? Got a paint protector, man. A paint protector at the point guard position. That's why I had to go ahead and add this build to this center video, man, because I feel like it just made sense. I do got another point guard that's similar, but I want to save that build for a rare guard video, and that's going to be dropping pretty soon, man. So you see what I did, man. 4 rare center builds. All of them got different names. I got a lot of different name builds coming up for y'all, man. I've been in that build of just finding name after name after name after name. So I plan on trying to bring y'all all the names, all these different builds, man. But this was a pretty long video. It took me a long time to record. So if you liked the video, I really appreciate you clicking that like button for me. And don't forget to subscribe, and I'm out. But before you go, I got some videos popping up for you. You got my most recent upload. You got this video that's recommended for you. Or you can check out this playlist that's going to show you all my Build Chef builds. Either way, man, pick your poison, and I'm out.